Well, good morning. This morning we read a wonderful psalm, Psalm 139. What a beautiful psalm. Unfortunately, when this psalm's read in church, particularly in the late 20th century and early 21st century, people focus on verse 13, 14, and around that area to make a particular point about abortion. However, this psalm contains much more and much more wonderful truth. God is interested in our lives. He has ordained our days. He has planned our life. This isn't a verse about literal birth. It's a chapter about God knowing us. God knows everything about us. He knows every word we're about to speak. He knows what's in our hearts. And not only does he know about us, but he cares about us. We can't hide from him. He thinks about us. He considers us. What a wonderful truth. This knowledge is too wonderful. God knows everything about us. He knew us before we were born. He knew what our days would contain. He knows everything we think we're about to think. He knows us completely. And yet he loves us. This is a wonderful psalm about God's knowledge of us and God's care for us, God's predestination of us, God's foreknowledge of every action and every thought. The fact that the God of all the universe takes time to consider us. Wow. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Be amazed that God is interested in you. He was interested in you before birth. He's interested in you throughout your life. God is always interested in you. These wonderful, wonderful, wonderful truths. And so what do we do with this knowledge? What do we do knowing God is interested in us? Well, we set our desires on the things that he desires. We pray according to his will. We seek to pray according to his will. And we say, search me, O God, and know my heart. We don't try to hide from him. It's impossible anyway. In fact, we open ourselves up to him. We say, search me, O God, and know my ways, and see if there is any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. We ask God to continue to think of us, to speak into our life. We invite God to bring conviction into our hearts. Wow. Some run from conviction. Some hide when they're convicted of their sin. But where can we flee from the Lord? There's nowhere we can run from him. Some try, like Adam and Eve, to cover their sin and to hide from the Lord. A pointless exercise. We, on the other hand, open ourselves to him and say, search me, O God, and know my ways. We welcome the conviction of the Lord that we might live holy lives that are pleasing to him. Wonderful thought today. God knows everything that's going to happen to you. God cares about everything that's going to happen to you. God is interested in you.